FTM-100D, welcome to my channel. So I'm going to show you how to set up your FTM-100D with your YAESU HRI200 box, and as the contact radio we're going to use the YAESU FT70, and all the YAESU FT70 needs is a simplex channel. So I've got 438575 DN mode, so you select the mode here, type the channel 438575, and just make sure you've got no tones on. If you have got tones, just literally just press F, and you've got squelch type here you can press and change with the big knob, or and then you won't need to change the tones. But anyway, code is tone, so F code is tone, but like to say F squelch type off. And then the other thing is you want to turn off any shifts that you've got as well, and you just go F repeater, and then just make sure it says simplex. You can turn it with the big knob, and that's all you need to do on the actual FT70. The HRI200 box, they're about £130 new. They are excellent. It's just a USB connection into my laptop here, and I'll show you the back of these units in a second. And you do need to register with the YAESU system to get your node number and room number, and then you'll be able to have your own room. And also this would allow you to have an analog connection, so we don't have to use this radio when we talk through the FTM100 in digital. We can actually use it in FM analog as well if you change settings in the YAESU system, which looks like this. That's it running and connected on my PC at the moment. Now to register, you just go to YAESU, put in YAESU into Google, and you'll come to this. And then you have to create yourself an account, and when you do it, they actually email you. You fill out this form, and then a few days later, they will email you your room number and your ID number, because you need that to activate your YAESU system. There's also a setup process for your ports as well. Right, so looking from the front, there's nothing to do from the front. Now we need to just get the correct connectors connected at the back, and you've basically got a 10-pin mini DIN, and in this situation I'm going to add my 991, but just for one radio, just for the FTM100, you just need a 10-pin mini DIN which connects into the back. I just got a rubber duck for 70 centimeters on the back of this FTM100. So looking at the back of the HRI200, you've got radio 1 marked there, and there's a 10-pin cable, and it's grey, and it goes into the back of your FTM100 underneath the power cable. Now make sure you get it the right way around. Just have a close look and just get it the right way around. It will go in easily when you've got it on the correct way. Obviously just a 70 centimeter antenna there, so you can see. And then you've got the USB cable here, which is going from the HRI200 to the laptop over there. Of course you need to have run the correct drivers, and you'll find that the setup process will help you to connect the correct drivers, and then I'll show you what that looks like in your device manager when you're looking at your ports. So just to clear up, nice and clear, the good thing about the USB cable, which looks like a printer cable, it also powers the unit, so you only need one cable to power it and connect it to the software on your PC. And just as an added note, this cable here, the black one that also comes in the box, is an a 6-pin mini DIN cable, which goes into radio 2, because we're going to have a go at seeing if we can use our FT991 with this system, because we've never tried that before. So just going to show you the port now. See me walking around there. So all you do is right click device manager, and then when you go to ports, double click. I know this is a bit wiggly, and it will say, it will have the correct, there it is, a HRI200 communication device COM22. Okay, so that's when you know it's all correct. Now back to the software. Now I know mine's running. If I just disconnect, so we'll go disconnect, then we go to tools. There is a port check. Now you do need to set up these ports correctly, and then they will all be green like that. And I'll just show you what mine says on my PC. On my PC now, I've got the IP address of this laptop, important, TCP UDP, and then I've opened ports here, just 46100 to 46123. So there's the ports listed on the website: 46100, 110, 112, 114, 120 and 46122, and it says here UDP ports. So you want to get that right, and this is what the manual is saying. And when you do fire up the software for the first time, there is a first time activation that you will get, and you'll have a window come up, and in that window you just put in your room ID and your node ID, and it just all comes to life like this. And this is what the activation window looks like. So room node number here and room number here. Now when you apply for your ID, YAESU ID, you will need the radio ID for your FTM-100, 300, 400, and there's a different process for looking up each radio. Once you've got your numbers in, click ID entry, and it will come up with this. Then click OK, and it will all just fire up. There's lots of settings you can do, and the main sort of settings windows are file, transceiver settings, where you can set the frequency of the radio. So for example, we're using 438.575 on the FT70, because you do have to talk via another radio. Well, that's here. You just type that in there and click apply, and you can also, with a HRI200 box, you can select FM as well, FM analog, which is very handy, and click OK. And then the other one is the ports, very important. If you click at the top here, a bit blurry, I know it's blurry, but it says port check, and you click that, port check, and they have to all be green. So if I click start, and they're all green on mine, if they're not, then it's not going to work properly. But once you're all connected, these are basically the rooms you want to use down here on the bottom section. And so you can right click any of them and click add to bookmark list, and then save them as a favorite. It takes a couple of minutes for them to populate again, and then you've got the users at the top here as well. So let's just right click here, let's do that one, add to bookmark, and it puts it up here. Or you can use the connection window at the top here and connect to, you can actually manually put a number in. Now a good number is, two good numbers to remember is 21080, and that'll get me to America Link, and 27793 for CQ UK. So that's it really, and I'm just going to show you, I'm going to try and connect my 991. So what we're going to do, disconnect. There's the 991 there with the 6-pin cable going from radio port number 2 on the HRI and over to my 991. I'll show you at the back. There you go, on the little black one there. Definitely be careful putting that in. You need obviously get yourself an antenna on here as well. Now I've never done this on this radio before, but on the settings, just go file, transceiver, and see at the moment number 2 is off. Let's just turn it on. Now you can have dual receive if you're running a dual band radio, actually like the FTM-100, you can have dual, and that will allow you to receive, on that, but not transmit but receive. Let's just click on this and click apply, and let's see. I don't even know if this is going to find my FTM 991. So we've turned it on, we've set a frequency, we'll leave it at 144. And we'll click apply. Now nothing's happening on my 991, and then we'll click OK. So I don't think it works, but let's just connect. Now if we go file, will it let me look at transceiver? I'm not seeing anything on the 991 that's happening. So possibly that 6-pin connector on the 991, doesn't work on the 991 as far as I can see, because it is saying digital here. Let's see if we can change that to FM. So we'll disconnect. I've never done this, you see. Disconnect. Go to file, transceiver. Is it letting me change to FM? Oh, so it's acting like I can only use a digital radio on number 2, which, let me know if there's a way of doing this, because as far as I can see, how about if I put dual? Does that let me? No, it's just finding the FTM-100 look, so it's not even seeing the 991. What you can do with the 991 though is you can just set a frequency, you know, the 438.5, the same frequencies we got on here, simplex DN mode, and then you can talk through the 991 just in the normal way. Let's just quickly put that in. And there you go, it's all in there. So now I can just key on here and it will TX, as long as it's a DN simplex frequency, the same as what you've got on this system, it'll work. So 7.3, thanks for watching my channel, catch you on air. Please remember to subscribe.